Every property is different, with different common area amenities, different weather exposure, usage factors, and board expectations for how they want the property to look. But every property faces the same fact that deterioration is constant. Failing to plan for your inevitable reserve projects is one of the biggest mistakes a board member or manager can make. Those projects will happen, generally on schedule, and they will be expensive. So as I summarize our Breaking Down Reserve Expenses webinar, this is the message that I leave our audience with. Embrace the reality of your reserve expenses so you can make the best decisions for you and your community. So we get to the summary part of the reserve study. I'll bring this in for a landing. And what I want to say is that everything starts with the projects. Your reserve funding is defined by the expenses. So when are they going to occur? How big are they? How soon do you have to rush to get ready for an expense, or do you have time? Those kind of projects. And it's not really always in your power. Some associations are fundamentally more expensive to maintain than others. A high-rise may have a lot more mechanical components, a lot of nice pool furniture, but hopefully they have a lot more people. You can see some equipment sticking around the corner here. This may be looking like an efficient townhome association, a metal seam roof, I can tell you, but this is a flat driveway, and it is just getting beat up by the sun and standing water. This property has a lot of wood trim, a lot of roofing per each unit, so there's got to be a lot of expenses. And you compare that to this project that has a flat roof with we'll call it a mansard tile roof that's going to last a long time. Concrete sidewalks, simple vegetation. You're going to have a custom, unique blend at your association, and that just plain needs to be acknowledged. And don't make the mistake of thinking that if you ignore the costs, they're going to go away. Look at this beachfront association. You know that this stairway down to the beach is going to get absolutely beaten up every year by the waves. Look, it's within the high tide zone, so that's wood. That is going to be expensive. This association was pretending they didn't need to paint the beginning of rust and care for and prevent rust, and now this little stairway is red taped off, not usable. These people who live above this stairway have to go to the other end of the building and use the other stairway. These are balcony problems that were identified in the infrastructure inspection. It's a oh darn moment, but boy, that's a lot less expensive to fix something than it is to have a crumbling balcony, especially if it endangers somebody. So expect to regularly update your reserve study, rebalancing the anticipated costs. That's what we're talking about today. When are they going to happen? How big are they going to be? Updating your financial starting point, which is latest reserve balance, and that all gets computed into your reserve funding needs. But the point of this webinar is it all starts on the anticipated costs, and those are changing every year. When and how big they are. We want to set you up for sustainability for your association, meeting the anticipated needs and avoiding turning into what we call an Aspen Creek. Mismanaged, sloppy, disorganized, deteriorating. These are decisions the board made, and it's in your power to make decisions that prevent this. So we want to thank the team at Go Gladly for allowing us to use their cartoon, but we want to help you understand that it's the decisions you make about your components that are the crux. Those are the drivers for your entire reserve plan. Now, there's more we can say. There's more we have as resources at Association Reserves. That's www.reservestudy.com. We have a book that we created for our clients, reserve components, reserve fund strength, funding plans. It'll help explain what I've mentioned today. It's available now on Amazon.com. You can download chapter 1 for free on our website to get a sample of what it is. I mentioned You Plan It. That's a $399 value that comes free with every professional reserve study. It allows you to tweak and play with those numbers, not just view them. And all calculations are per National Reserve Study standards. You don't have to wonder, did we get all the calculations right? Did we get all the formulas right? And we have deep library of videos on YouTube. This one will go on YouTube. It'll be there in about a week. So check our video content, give them a like, and subscribe to our channel. And I believe that brings me to the end of our prepared content today. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to Paige, who will coordinate our Q&A time. At Association Reserves, we make the present less stressful and the future more secure. If you want to join us in this mission, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below on what you'd like to see us address in a future video. Let's plan for your best future.